Greetings, my name is Shazwan bin Musa and today I'll be presenting about child development issues. There is complacency that hinders the growth of our nation. Complacency, by definition, is someone who have self-satisfaction in their current position and unaware of the potential dangers surrounding them. This is because being satisfied with their current position is fine. However, being unaware of their surrounding because they are too comfortable in their own space is a dangerous mindset, which we can see from the news where Malaysian citizen complacent behavior should be perceived as an epidemic because they looked down on the COVID-19 slowing down at the end of last year and completely backfire in the current years, where COVID-19 cases reaches about 10,000 daily. The characteristic of someone who developed complacency, their physical act that we can see noticeably, are separate them into two groups: high self-esteem group and low self-esteem traits. The high self-esteem wants to be on top without trying because they feel the dopamine rush when accomplishing something much easier than they usually do without trying to be better than themselves before. They just want to get that accomplishment feeling from doing something easy, and they think highly of themselves. They think others who can perform as well as them as nuisance, and they have a chronic mentalization of victimization where they think others are at fault when they can't perform as well as him, and they are too comfortable and doesn't want to change their current lifestyle. The low self-esteem group, they think they are not worthy enough to achieve higher. They feel greatly insecure about themselves, feels like they are a nuisance in the group. Futility, they think everything is useless to continue further on, and because they don't think they can improve themselves more, they don't see the future anymore and they stop trying. That's why they are more comfortable in their own space. Now the symptoms that the complacency people that develop complacency are similar to things that autism spectrum traits show, that is inability to find appropriate ways to express frustration because they think of themselves too much, and they have inappropriate social outbursts beyond the child control because, like I said previously, they don't have a way to express their frustration, so they will suddenly explode with emotion sudden at sudden moment, and they will be seemingly indifferent to others, whether they be high self-esteem or low self-esteem, where they think highly of themselves and look down on others, or they think down on themselves as well. The symptoms of complacency may also result to oppositional defiant disorder, where they disobey others more frequently because of symptoms. Their current symptoms such as often being angry or losing one temper, arguing with adults or refusing to comply with adult rule or requests, resentful or spiteful, deliberately annoying others or becoming annoyed with others, often blaming other people for one's own mistake or misbehavior, consistent pattern or defiance or disobedience, constant blaming, resentment or anger, deliberate attempt to annoy others, disruptive behaviors, frequent loss of tempers, and vindictive, spiteful behaviors. The causes of this can be related to this news article in 2014, which is the complaint that people have with the education system back in 2014. And this is the comment that I have simplified from that, which is the competitiveness that exists, that relate to exam oriented. They relate to each other basically in everything. So because of competitiveness, a lot of problem rise because teachers and school doesn't put the right amount of tasks that is appropriate for the students. It is either too hard or too easy for them. They doesn't balance them, so it makes the competitiveness becomes disappear, become useless, and they feel like there is no reason for it. Because there is no reason for it, they lost passion for it, and slowly, and no passion is similar to like losing motivation. They don't see the reason why to continue to improve themselves if they can improve from just thinking. They can't even use the skill because school, as the next point, is skill not being focused in school back then. They focus too much on exam. They focus too much on just thinking and only touching the surface of knowledge. They don't even touch the rest of it, causing a generation that likes to be complacent. They don't want to improve themselves. They think high. They think highly of themselves or too lowly for themselves. And then the last one will be exam oriented. Similar to before, similar to what I said before. Exam oriented doesn't touch the surface of our knowledge. They merely touch on knowledge level but doesn't touch on comprehend and other further skill, high thinking level skill. However, the solution for this, such as however, the solution that have been come up with to counter this problem, such as the government have tried reform the education system which work, and they should continue further reforming it to not stay behind. Without reforming them every year or every now and then, they will actually fall to the problem that students have, the generation have, which is complacency. They will stuck on the past and will not try to improve themselves, even if they hit one success and another. And also should provide accessibility to ICT to allow students to get more to allow students to be able to learn further and easily with ICT and allow more skill to be used, such as making this PowerPoint, making videos. And the next thing is teachers, they should be more involved with the student, because there is no reason for teachers to not be involved with students when even 1 year or 2/3 of the year they will see the same student every time. They should be more involved with students a bit by giving some questionnaire to know what's happening with students. Are they satisfied with the teaching method they're being exposed to? And teachers should have better treatment towards students, because of many complaints back then in 2014 and before, where teachers are too biased. They show priorities over students that perform better, despite not seeing that the assessment they give is too hard for others and too easy for others, and is not well balanced for each other. See, as you can see from this analytics from the government, the Malaysian government, the Malaysian education system, which shows the number of places in 2011 and 2013. We actually went down in 2013 solely because a lot of complaints have happened, and continue going down 2014 and 2015, going down to 84%, 84.76%. However, in 2016, after further reformation of the education system and also focusing on other subjects being compulsory, it slowly rise up in 2016, 2017 until 2019 as well, slowly rise up to 86.65, and the percentage of candidates with all A's as well have risen up since the past years. That is all I have to say. So before I end, I want to tell you my conclusion. The conclusion I have from this is we shall continue improving the weaknesses in our education system to prepare for the future and not be complacent and fall behind. Thank you.